wanna be ready when the hurt comes my way. I wanna be ready when the hurt comes my way.
Ecclesiastes Sirach, chapter 19, verse 17. Admonish thy neighbor before thou threaten him, and not being angry, give place to the law of the Most High. Kahalah, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Kakadash, Shalom to the elect and the remnant of the children of Israel. My name is Brother Daniel Allah from the prophets in Babylon. Double honors to the teachers and the head apostles of the great millstone of Ruel. Peace and salutations to the Akim who are pushing out this work with true sincerity. Also, Brakatah to the Akwath who are listening as well. I just want to do this quick hit, of, this specific topic that's been going through my head lately. And I came across this verse that that inspired me to do this class. So I don't know what title to give it, but I'm going to read the precept again. Ecclesiastes chapter 19, verse 17. Admonish thy neighbor before thou threaten him, and not being angry, give place to the law of the Most High. All right. So you may be in a situation where you're dealing with a brother that has the spirit of a wild bull in a net, or he's stubborn, or he's not right in the mind, like pretty much young in the truth and still growing in the grace thereof. As a leader, as a more seasoned brother in this truth, you got to learn how to deal with those individuals within your walk, and you have to be an example, a great example, so you can lead brothers to grow in grace, and so they can become better men of the Lord. And it's a tough situation, man, where you're trying to grow, but as you're trying to grow and bear your cross, sometimes you have to bear, the younger brother's cross as well and help him to grow. And sometimes the growing process is, it could be, a cakewalk, or it can be pretty difficult, but everybody comes from different backgrounds and, and different lifestyles, etc. So you're going to meet all kinds of people from the greatest to the worst within this walk. And for you to deal with them is only by scripture. You can only deal with them through scripture, because John 17:17 says, sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. Okay, so I'm going to read the precept again. Ecclesiastes Sirach, chapter 19, verse 17. Admonish. And the word admonish means to warn. All right, or telling off, or rebuking, or to criticize. But in this context is a form of rebuking or to warn. All right. So admonish thy neighbor before thou threaten him. All right. So you have to be in the spirit of meekness to give a rebuke towards that brother or even a sister, you know, you that you have to be in the spirit to rebuke them, to admonish them. Because if you don't stay in the spirit and if you don't apply scripture, you're going to end up threatening them. All right, which will lead to having a carnal situation instead of a spiritual situation. Read it on. And not being angry, give place to the law of the Most High. You see? So it says give place to the law of the Most High. And what? So you have to apply the scriptures, all right, to let God be true, the Most High be true, and every man a liar. All right. If you apply that, and and if they take heed, then you did your job. Now, if they don't take heed when you bring out scripture, then that's when the council comes in, and that's when it becomes a more serious scenario. But if they take heed by you bringing out the scripture, then then everything's all good. All right. But any difficult situation like that, you have to deal with everyone accordingly, according to scripture, man. All right. So Sirach 19:17, admonish thy neighbor before thou threaten him, and not being angry, give place to the law of the Most High. All right. Next precept, Ephesians chapter 4, verse 26, and if you do get angry, or vexed, it says this, be ye angry and sin not. You see, be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath. All right, because we're all equipped with emotions, but if your emotions take over your mind, your mentality, then you lost. You know, you tend to lose yourself, and then you tend to say things that you don't want to say. And that right there can make you look bad, and you can be judged for it as well. So it's like walking on eggshells. You got to be careful what you say, because whatever you blurt out out of your mouth, out of anger and emotion, you can't take those words back. So that's why, you know, it's very important to have your emotions in check, and that can be added to your prayers as well. You must add that to your prayers, to ask the Lord to give you the strength to have your mind to be stronger than your emotions, to do things with like to do things logically instead of emotionally. Okay. And don't get me wrong, as men, we do have emotions. All right. Even the Lord has emotions, but he is a God. All right. He is a God, and he has full control over his emotions, and we must be like him. All right. We must be like the Father and the Son. All right. Yahweh Shem Yahshai. I'm going to repeat the precept again. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 26. Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath. Verse 27. Neither give place to the devil. All right. Neither give place to the devil. Notice how in Ecclesiastes 19:17, it says, give place to the law of the Most High. But in Ephesians chapter 4, verse 27, it says, neither give place to the devil. So you have a choice of you giving place to the law of the Most High, or if you ever get out of the spirit, you're giving place to the devil. So it's a command not to give place to the devil. All right. when you are angry and when you're in wrath. So it says, be ye angry and sin not, let not the sun go down upon your wrath, neither give place to the devil. And we don't want spiritual demon Satan to get in the midst of those who you love, because things can get worse. Things that will come out of your tongue, you know what I'm saying, out of emotion will offend a brother, you know, and then that brother might have a demon hop on him. He might say something to you that's offending, you know, and then you know, it's going to get worse from there unless someone applies the scripture, unless someone stays in the spirit and like, okay, I'm in the wrong. Let's get this brother back in the spirit of meekness. All right, moving on. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 15, verse 1. A soft answer turneth away wrath. A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. Okay? A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. So, when you speak to an individual, man, check yourself first. Check yourself first. Make sure you're in the spirit of meekness. Make sure you're in the spirit before you speak to a brother. And then you answer softly. A soft answer turneth away wrath. You want to make the situation as calm as possible. Now, if that individual has a wrathful spirit, or he's not in the spirit, you know, bring him back to the spirit of meekness, which we will bring out in the book of Galatians. All right. So a soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. You know. So you want to do all that you can to make the situation as simple as possible. Now, if the person is still being, you know, ignorant in a way, or if he or if he doesn't stay in the spirit, or she doesn't stay in the spirit, that's when you bring it to counsel. That's when things will get more serious if the person's not applying the scriptures. Once you bring out the scripture, all right. So Proverbs 15:1, a soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. All right, next precept. All right, it's Galatians chapter 6, verse 1. Brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault, ye which are spiritual, all right, because someone has to be spiritual within the situation, okay? Brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault, ye which are spiritual, restore such an one the spirit of meekness, considering thyself, lest thou also be tempted. All right? You got to keep it as simple as possible. All right? Because this life is already stressful. Everything is already stressful. You're already catching hell. You're already being oppressed by your oppressor. All right? You are struggling every single day. You're trying to grow in the grace thereof. You're trying to offend the Lord less. You're trying to hold your own weight. You're doing the best that you can to fight off these demons on a daily basis. You're trying to pray without ceasing. You're doing all that you can to do the will of the Lord in righteousness. You don't want to make things worse with an individual, you know, and just bumping heads with that individual, and then now you guys ain't talking for a few days and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's feminine. That's feminine. That's completely feminine, man. And you just don't got no time for that. All right. You know, You got to figure it out, man. Figure it out. Just, and if that brother continues to be a demon, give it to the Lord. All right? Just give everything to the Lord and let the Lord deal with that brother. All right? Yeah, and pray for that brother. And pray and also check yourself. All right? Check yourself as well. Examine yourself as well. All right? Always examine yourself, and also pray for your brother or your sister, man, within this truth. Have mercy on those so the Lord can have mercy on you. I hope this class was edifying to the elect. Call Allah, Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Kakadash. Until next time, I say Shalom.